How's it going? So we just got back from seeing the Marvels movie, and I went with my wife here.
Oh.
Say hello.
Hello.
And this way, since I'm just going to rag on the movie because it was terrible, you can have another person's perspective, someone who doesn't really follow Marvel, the MCU, any of that kind of stuff, just your average moviegoer, and see what she thinks of it. So, what did you think of the movie as a whole? Did you like it?
I hated it. It was boring. It wasn't boring. It was stupid. Like, literally every other second was like, eye roll. Stupid. I mean, I can't.
Because you're the target demographic. Well, probably
because I'm a woman.
A woman and like younger, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm a woman in her mid-30s. Single, sad, and lonely.
What did you think of the three main characters? There was Camilla Khan, the girl. And she had no idea who she was, and she was like...
Oh, yeah. I was like, are we supposed to know who she is? Well, I didn't watch whatever the ones...
The Miss Marvel. I didn't watch it either, but I know about the stuff, so... Did you like her? What did you think of her?
No, she was annoying. But I get it. She was a teenager, so I get that
she was
like
annoying.
Fanfared about her.
I would say that, honestly, she... I get what they're going for, and she's just annoying with once in a while her jokes working.
But we said that we did like her family, though.
Her family was funny. I liked her family. The mom, the dad, the brother.
The brother was fun.
Yeah, they were fun. I would say the biggest laugh I got was...
At the end?
No, when he was talking about like the index funds and investing in stocks.
Oh, yeah, the dad.
And then he's like...
The dad was trying to talk to the guy on the other planet about investing in index stocks.
And then...
And he's like, oh, well, you can start retirement whenever. It's like, even if you're old. And he's like, how old are you? And the guy's like, 335 or whatever
and the son was like...
He's like, oh, just like you.
Yeah.
Old like you.
Yeah. That I like that. That was probably the biggest laugh I got.
Funny.
What did you think of Monica Rambeau? She was the Photon is her comic book name.
The astronaut.
Yes, the astronaut.
Monica. Yeah. No, she was good. I liked her. She seemed the most like level-headed and
normal, and probably
normal.
I would say the best actress out of all of them.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know. I thought the mom was a good actress.
Yeah, I'm talking about the main characters.
Oh. Yeah, because Brie Larson is just like a statue. So.
Yeah. Here, move forward. So the sound picks you up. Okay, so then what do you think of Captain Marvel, Brie Larson?
Well, it was just like it started with such the cliche like woman living alone with her single woman, sad, lonely, living alone, living with her cat and her
listening to Celine Dion.
Was that what she was?
No, that's a joke.
Yeah, like Bridget Jones.
Yeah, Bridget Jones.
And then she had her like those slippers on that were funny.
Oh, the Crocs.
Crocs, yeah. It was like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah.
So she's just like, and she's like, when Monica and the Camilla Khan came, she's like, it's nice to have people here.
Yeah.
As if she's.
There was so much hugging in this movie.
Yeah,
they hugged
very like
constantly. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I respect your space. Literally, they say that. I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't respect your space. Like, because
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate. It was all of that
you.
stuff. Oh my gosh, I was like this. So much eye rolling. This is so dumb.
And don't get me started. Are we ready to talk about the worst part of the movie?
No, let's get into the villain first. Okay. Let's talk about the villain.
That's your worst favorite.
Okay, the villain, terrible villain. Like the worst Marvel villain of all time. Even though Marvel has a track record for having terrible villains, this is terrible. And here's the thing: they told the girl, the actress, worst actress ever, to be menacing. And this is her interpretation of menacing. Don't blink. Slowly move, not your head, but your whole body when you turn. And then kind of grind your teeth and snarl. And then be like...
You should teach an acting class.
It's terrible. It is god-awful. I have never seen anything so bad in my life. I was like, this is your interpretation of menacing? Oh, it was so... Oh. It was bad.
That didn't bug me.
It bugged me every time she was on
It was
screen.
the purple thing that bugged me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like every time there's a female villain, it's like, oh, we have to make her like color purple or pink. Like her lightning bolt is gonna be purple.
Like the colors of her powers.
And like the colors of her veins were like purple. And it's like anytime she had her little hammer staff thing, it's like it lighted up purple.
Yeah. Like it's basically
like, why does everything need to be so like
girl colors?
Yeah. So girl power colors.
Yeah.
Like her superpower lightning bolts are purple and pink and everyone else's is like white like normal.
Yeah. Okay. So now we can get into
my favorite part.
Your favorite part, the worst part.
Literally,
just straight up cringe.
So they go to this planet that's like supposed to be like 90 whatever percent all water. And I was actually looking forward to it. I was like, oh, I bet it's going to be pretty. I bet it's going to be, I don't know, maybe some mermaids or something.
I was
excited for that kind of ethereal planet. What do I get? I get Disney daytime Cinderella, like singing and dancing. These people on this planet can only speak via song and dance. So they did this. And she apparently she being Brie Larson. Brie Larson is the princess, of course, because of course she is. She had to come in wearing this like bullshit like
headdress,
sachet number, and everyone's like la, 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 like singing to her like the princess is here.
It's stupid.
It's what is this?
At first,
literally like something that you watch when
like
you're
cheap,
like 5.
Yeah, like
on
very
Disney
cheap.
Channel.
Like that's what I like the whole time. I don't know what they're called, but like Disney during like the
90s
in the afternoons they'd have shows like Lizzie McGuire, Hannah Montana, like those really cheesy.
I said it was like the Cinderella story with Brandy, but set in
that's like a Disney TV movie
on a
in
different
the 90s.
Planet.
Yeah,
everything was bright colors and all the makeup.
It's so cheesy writing.
So cheesy. Everything's bright. It was like
just cheesy writing, cheesy jokes, but just a higher budget.
And then the prince of the place was this like very K-pop man that walks out, doesn't say a single word other than "Welcome, my princess."
No, he sang to her.
Oh, well, yes, he sang to her.
And then all of a sudden he started speaking.
And then they did this choreographed dance where he was
oh gosh, it was so terrible. It was
singing and dancing and
it was so terrible.
Like the most cringe ever. Even in a movie, like I literally had to like to not stop laughing because I felt so awkward. It's like, what am I watching? So stupid.
The movie was. So what would you overall? What would you rate the movie?
Oh, we're rating good because I'm tired.
Yeah, she like didn't even want to do this. She's like, I don't want to talk about this stupid
movie.
Working
all day. I'm tired. What did I say?
You said it was a 2 in the car.
It's 2. It's a 2, maybe a 3.
I would say a 2 as well.
The story writing was very poor. It was just like, what the heck is going on?
You said it looked like it was written by ChatGPT.
Yeah, I was like, as if ChatGPT wrote a storyline. Here, write me a Marvel movie for female empowerment.
It's
calculating.
Bad. It's bad. Like, if
I've used ChatGPT for work myself.
If I would rant on this movie,
I could have easily written something better.
If I would rant on this movie, everyone would just say, "Oh, it's not for you. You're not the demographic, you're just being, you're poo-pooing on."
Oh, the kittens!
Oh yeah, the kittens.
I like the kittens.
I like the kittens too.
There's kittens.
I knew they were gonna. I saw them in the trailer.
So there's the cat, and I was fine with it, but I was like, "Oh my god, it's so cliche that she has a cat," and then all of a sudden the cat has kittens.
Lots of them.
Help save
randomly at the time they need it. At the time, the writing was literally so poor.
Just like any other superhero movie, it's like, of course, the cat's gonna have kittens, and that's gonna save the planet.
Right when they need it.
It's like nothing makes sense, but it's just like, okay.
Oh, and
I guess that's gonna happen.
The writing is just so bad. They needed turmoil between Monica Rambeau and Brie Larson.
Yeah.
And so they write the most stupidest reasons why they don't talk. And it's just like, and they have to resolve it at the end.
Drama.
Yeah, the family drama because they all have to overcome something. And I'm like, oh, my God. And they have to hug it out too.
Yeah.
Oh, the writing. I would not be surprised if whoever wrote this wrote it in a weekend. It is so bad. Like it's like
you said they had rewrites or.
Yeah, they did do rewrites,
re-stuff.
and it didn't make it any better. Apparently, I don't know. It's terrible. The movie is terrible.
I mean, I wish it luck. I feel bad for any movie that's bad, and there's so much.
It's gonna bomb.
Time and effort.
I would give it
money that goes into making a big production.
Almost
like
300
that.
million.
I just can't. I feel bad. I feel bad for giving it a bad grade. There's so much work that goes into it, and for something to be like shit and bomb, it's just I feel terrible for all those people that work so hard on the movie.
Well,
screw their careers. To be associated with a bomb.
That's true, and it's not the actor's fault because
it's not just the actors. It's not
the writer,
the lighting, and the
caterers,
everyone that's involved on the project. It's like it's not their fault.
It's the directors, the studios, and the writers. Those are the people that you need to blame. And also they had a bunch of editing errors that she noticed. Like they have this little like bracelet that gives them power, and then at the end, Miss Marvel gets both of them to use both of them, and then it disappears, and she never wears it again. She only has the one.
Yeah, I thought that was going to come up, but it didn't.
And then you got to see Beast. That's the end credit. Oh, I don't think anyone that's watching this cares about the movie. It's
that was fun.
Oh, by the way, how many people in the theater?
Like literally 8.
Yeah. So empty. Completely empty.
Yeah. And like 2 of them were like cackling hens,
Oh,
laughing at like every little
I said
thing.
that the top people were probably going to do drugs, and I think they were on drugs.
I think so.
Yeah. I did another video where I talked about who would want to sit way in the corner when there's all these open seats.
Yeah.
So I would give it like a 2 just because there's a few jokes that were funny. The parents were pretty funny. Monica Rambeau was okay. There are like some okay. The rest, everyone's terrible actresses and actors. Even Nick Fury was like phoning it in. Brie Larson, literally they tried
kittens were good.
Kittens were good.
They were CGI.
Yeah. They tried to make Brie Larson like, I'm like the fun, like
relatable
trying to make her relatable with the other 2, and it just came off as stupid. Also, their powers, sometimes it would make them switch, sometimes it wouldn't. And then you said something about their powers.
I said that. Well, I was just like their strengths are so different, and it's just like all of a sudden, like the villain can like punch Brie Larson, and she's like, flying off the ship, and then the next minute, Brie Larson's like blasting through a whole spaceship.
Yeah, or repowering
the
sun.
The sun. Yeah, it's just like, okay, so you were almost ready to let her kill one of the people, but because she overpowered him. Yeah. And then, but it's like, why are you switching? But that's not all superhero movies do that. Yeah,
but this is pretty egregious. It was like one minute it's like literally an ant can come and like knock her over, and another time she's blowing up a sun.
Exactly.
It's just like it's called bad writing. It's called bad writing. Just like when they're like Miss Marvel's like, hey, we should save the rest of them. No, we've saved enough. Like it's just let them all die. Like I'm like you could have.
What are they gonna do?
It's called bad writing because they didn't. Oh, the whole thing was just plagued with terrible writing. Yeah, it was terrible just like acting.
Typical. Where you just have to like, okay, I guess that's gonna happen. Just accept it and move forward.
Yeah.
Because nothing's gonna make sense.
Yeah. God. It's our dog. All right. On that note, that's it. I do not recommend anyone.
Thank you for a movie night, date night.
Yeah. I do not recommend anyone see this movie.
Unless you like kittens.
It's such a small part. It's basically this movie should have went straight to Disney Plus. And
for sure.
That's it. Like, it should not have been a theater movie at all. It's going to bomb. I don't feel bad. She does, though, for everyone.
Always.
So, maybe I'm hoping that the end credit scene, now that they're in the X-Men world, that they're just going to...
Yeah, they're in the X-Men world. And who's the mom? She's Storm?
She better not be Storm. Anyways.
What's wrong with that? Why can't she be Storm? Why can't she be Storm, David?
She looks like Storm, and her costume was not Storm-like.
She does look like Storm.
That's another thing I have a problem with. The costumes are terrible, just god awful. She has Miss Marvel has a scarf, and she's beating people up with guns and knives.
It was Teen Marvel.
Yeah, Teen Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's horrendously bad. Don't watch it. All right, that's it.
Good night.
Have a great day.